What would you do if the person sleeping next to you had already replaced you, and you only found out because of a message that wasn't meant for you? The glow of her phone lit up the bedroom at 2:17 a.m., vibrating softly against the nightstand. She was in the shower. I remember staring at it, telling myself not to touch it. Trust mattered. Respect mattered. Then it buzzed again, and I saw his name. Not saved, just a number. But the message preview said everything. Tonight felt too good to be a mistake again. My hand moved before my brain could stop it. I unlocked her phone, and what I saw next didn't just break me. It rewrote everything I thought I knew about my wife. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. We lived in a quiet neighborhood just outside Dallas, near Greenville Avenue. The kind of place where neighbors waved and nothing ever seemed wrong. Inside that house, I thought I had built something solid. 10 years of marriage. No kids, but plans for them. A future I believed in. Her name was Melissa, and she was already gone long before I realized it. At first, I told myself it wasn't what it looked like. That people text stupid things. That maybe it was harmless flirting. But then I kept scrolling. Photos. Hotel confirmations. Inside jokes that didn't belong to me anymore. My chest tightened like something was physically crushing it. I could hear the shower running, water hitting tile like nothing in the world had changed. But everything had. I put the phone back exactly where it was. And I waited. She came out wrapped in a towel, hair dripping, smiling like she always did. "Why are you still awake?" she asked. I looked at her. Really looked at her. And for the first time, I saw a stranger. "Couldn't sleep," I said. She kissed my forehead like I was still hers. That was the moment I understood something terrifying. She didn't think she'd get caught. The next few weeks were torture. I watched everything. The way she guarded her phone. The sudden work dinners. The way she stopped asking about my day. The cold distance creeping into every conversation. One night, we were at a small diner off Elm Street. I tried to talk to her. "Are we okay?" I asked. She barely looked up from her drink. "You're being paranoid again." Paranoid. That word stuck with me. Because I wasn't paranoid. I was right. But she said it so casually, so confidently, that for a second, I almost believed her. That's how manipulation works. She started staying out later, dressing differently, smiling at her phone in ways she hadn't smiled at me in years. And I started breaking. There's something deeply humiliating about knowing your wife is choosing someone else and still pretending everything is fine. Going to work, paying bills, sitting across from her at dinner while she texts him under the table. I stopped sleeping, stopped eating properly. My mind kept replaying those messages. Too good to be a mistake again. How many times had it happened? I needed answers. So I did something I never thought I would do. I started documenting everything. Receipts from her purse. Screenshots from her phone when she forgot to lock it. I even followed her one night. She told me she had a late meeting downtown. Instead, I watched her walk into a hotel on Commerce Street. And he was already there waiting. Tall, confident, smug. He kissed her like she belonged to him. That image, it burned into my mind. That was the night something inside me died. And something else took its place. I stopped confronting her. Stopped asking questions. Stopped caring, at least on the surface. Because I realized something important. People like Melissa don't stop when they're caught. They stop when they lose everything. So I became patient. Strategic. Ruthless. I hired a lawyer quietly. A good one. The kind that doesn't just file paperwork. They build cases. In Texas, proof matters. And I had plenty. Photos. Messages. Dates. Locations. But I didn't just want a divorce. I wanted the truth exposed. Publicly. She thought she was untouchable. That I was too soft, too predictable. She underestimated me. I set the date carefully. Her birthday. She planned a party at a restaurant in uptown Dallas. Friends, co-workers, even her parents were there. She wore a red dress. Smiling. Laughing. Playing the perfect wife. I watched her from across the room. And I felt nothing. When it was time for her toast, I stood up instead. "Before we celebrate," I said, my voice steady, "I think everyone deserves to know who Melissa really is." The room went quiet. Confusion. Laughter. Then silence. I connected my phone to the screen behind the bar. And I played everything. The messages. The photos. The hotel timestamps. Her voice notes. Every lie. Every betrayal. You could hear people gasp. Someone dropped a glass. Her face. I'll never forget it. The color drained instantly. Her hands started shaking. "What are you doing?" she whispered. I looked at her. "No," I said calmly. "What did you do?" Her affair partner was there too. I made sure of it. He didn't look smug anymore. He looked small, cowardly, exactly what he was. Her parents left first, then her friends, then her job followed a week later. Turns out, corporate HR doesn't like scandals tied to employees, especially when clients are involved. The divorce was swift, brutal, and final. She lost the house, most of the assets, and every ounce of respect she once had. People stopped calling her, stopped inviting her, stopped seeing her. Because betrayal doesn't just break hearts. It destroys reputations. Months later, I saw her once. Outside a grocery store on Ross Avenue. She looked smaller. Not physically, but like life had taken something out of her. She saw me, opened her mouth like she wanted to say something. Apologize. Explain. Beg. I didn't stop walking. Because the truth is, by then, she didn't matter anymore. And sometimes, the coldest revenge isn't what you take from someone. It's what you refuse to give back. The end.